Welcome to Kaleiçi, the charming and historic old town of Antalya. Kaleiçi, meaning inside the castle in Turkish, is a district located within the ancient walls of Antalya. With its narrow cobblestone streets, Ottoman-era houses, and ancient ruins, Kaleiçi is a treasure trove of culture, history, and vibrant energy. Whether you're a history enthusiast, an avid shopper, a food lover, or simply seeking a picturesque atmosphere, Kaleiçi has something to offer everyone. Stepping in Kaleiçi feels like stepping back in time, with its well-preserved architecture, Ottoman-style houses, and ancient landmarks. The neighborhood's history dates back to the Roman era, and its streets are filled with stories waiting to be discovered. Here are the places to see in Kaleiçi. Hadrian's Gate is the only remaining gate from the former city walls of Antalya. It has served as the entrance gate to Antalya's old town, to Kaleiçi, for 1,900 years. It was built in honor of the Roman Emperor Hadrian, who visited the city in ancient times. Each of the three gates is over 4 meters wide and surrounded by a white marble frame. The gate is flanked by 2 towers on the right and on the left sides. It's one of the most important sites in Antalya. The cylindrical tower rises 14 meters from a square base. It is believed to have been built in the 2nd century, at the time of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. Historians have different opinions about the original function of the tower. Some think it was used as a lighthouse for ships. Others think it was a mausoleum. However, later it was part of the city's defense system and was even used for material storage. Today the tower is not open to the public, but is sometimes used for cultural and artistic activities. From here you have a great view of Antalya Bay, the long sandy Kaleiçi beach, as well as the mountains rising majestically into the sky behind it. The furrowed minaret, called Yivli Minaret in Turkish, is one of the first Islamic buildings in Antalya. It was probably built in 1226 or 27, during the time of Seljuk Sultan Kaleiçi I, and is now a landmark in Antalya. The structure, which is conspicuous even from a distance, is 38 meters high. The brick minaret stands on a stone base and is partially decorated with blue tiles. However, it's the 8 channels, which give it its name, that make it so special. Another special feature can be found inside the mosque. There are 800-year-old water channels, which are protected under glass. At that time, the house of worship is said to have been cooled with rain and snow water that accumulated in the channels and heated with hot water coming from the hammam. Most of the houses in Antalya's Old Town date back to the 18th and 19th centuries. However, there are also buildings that originate from the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman eras. Many of these traditional buildings, which line the narrow cobblestone streets, have been converted into restaurants, stores, and boutique hotels. It's a special feeling to stay in a boutique hotel from the Ottoman era. The floors of the old houses are covered with pebble mosaics that have black and white geometric or figurative patterns. Most have a landscaped courtyard or, completely unexpectedly, offer fantastic views of the harbor and the city. The port of Antalya was once one of the most important ports on the Anatolian south coast. Sources prove that even before the foundation of the ancient city of Antalya, as Antalya was once called, there was a pirate port called Kaleiçi in this place. Kaleiçi means rock cavity, a reference to the structure of the cliffs that form a natural shelter harbor. Today, the harbor serves as a modern marina, popular with locals and tourists alike. The best photos of the harbor with the old city walls can be taken from the quay. An old stone staircase at the end of the harbor square with 44 steps connects the harbor to the higher situated old town. It was built in the 15th century by Venetians who occupied the city for some time. Organized by the Murapisha municipality to emphasize the cultural importance of Kaleiçi, Old Town in Antalya. The festival has been held every year in October since 2016. Every year, a country is invited to the festival as the guest of honor, and the festival is held with the cortege, dance and theater performances, and concerts in the Old Town of Antalya. In two historic buildings, the Kaleiçi Museum has been documenting traditional elements of Turkish folk culture since 1996. Reenacted scenes of daily life in Turkey, as well as valuable ceramic works from distant Çanakkale, are displayed. The Antalya Ethnography Museum is housed in two historic villas from the Ottoman period. Turkish Islamic artifacts show daily life in the Ottoman period and are exhibited here. Kaleiçi is not a bazaar in the strictest sense, but the atmosphere is the same. In the old town of Antalya, you can find one souvenir store after another lining the narrow cobblestone streets. Antiques, paintings, and high-quality carpets are also sold here. The houses themselves are also worth seeing, some dating back to the Ottoman era. It seems as if time has stopped here. Don't forget to haggle. It's allowed and even expected here. The merchants enjoy it as much as the customers. And with a glass of tea, it's even better.